Hi everybody. Today we're going to be comparing 5 different brands of Sriracha. Best place to find these is either at a local Asian market, or you can find most of these at a local supermarket as well. I'm going to show the brands in the order that I tested them. The first one is a brand called Dragonfly. The second one is a brand called Foco. The third one most people will recognize. They might know it as Rooster sauce, but we're calling it by Huy Fong. The next brand is the Shark brand, and the last brand that we're going to test is from Trader Joe's. The procedure that I use for the taste test is to place a small amount of the Sriracha onto a teaspoon, taste it, and record my observations. I waited 2 minutes, used a saltine cracker and a bottle of water to help clear my palate, and then proceeded to the next one. Here I put a drop of each of the samples going clockwise, starting at the 1 o'clock position, so you could get an idea of the color and the thickness of the Sriracha. Notice in position 1, the Dragonfly Sriracha was very thick, had an artificial, almost neon red color to it. On the complete opposite end of the scale, number 4, the Shark brand, was very runny, but had a nice medium red color to it. Now let's get down to the results. First, the Dragonfly brand. I rated the sweetness a number 4 on a scale of 1 to 10. It did not have a really distinctly sweet flavor to it. However, the heat really came through and was a solid number 7. The overall flavor I rated as a 5 out of 10. It just had a very distinctly peppery flavor with kind of a vinegar taste to it that I didn't find all that pleasant. The next brand, Foco, had a slightly sweeter flavor, rated a 5, and definitely had the most heat out of this batch of Srirachas that I tested. The heat rating was a number 8 out of 10. The overall flavor I rated it a 6. It was one of those sauces, there's a slight delay in the buildup of the heat. It did have a noticeable garlic flavor to it as well. The next brand I tested was Huy Fong, or the Rooster sauce. It had an even slightly sweeter flavor than the previous two, and rated a number 6 on the scale. The heat came through at a number 7, which is a good strong heat flavor, but not totally burning your mouth out. The overall flavor, this just had a great balance. I like the texture and the thickness of it. The overall flavor rated an 8 out of 10. The next sauce that I tested was the Shark brand, and although it was the runniest of the batch, it had a great balance of flavor. You could taste the garlic and the heat, although it was the sweetest brand that I tested, the sweetness rating being a number 7 out of 10, the heat at a solid 6, the overall flavor the same as the Rooster sauce at an 8 out of 10. The last brand I tested was Trader Joe's. The sweetness was a 5. Again, that's slightly sweeter than the Dragonfly, but not overly sweet. The heat, again, at a solid 6, but not nearly as hot as the Foco brand was. The overall flavor, this is where this one really took a hit in my ratings. I did give it a 6 out of 10, but this brand was the only one that I noticed on the ingredients that used powdered garlic, and in this case, powdered garlic was way overpowering. Strong garlic, and it was slightly bitter, and was one of my least favorites of the batch. The winners of this taste comparison was the Rooster sauce, or the Huy Fong, and the Shark brand, both coming in at a solid 8 in overall flavor. The Rooster sauce has a slightly higher degree of heat, the Shark brand slightly more sweetness to it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I sure had a lot of fun making it, and I hope some of these observations will help you pick out the Sriracha that you think is best for you, depending on what your individual tastes are. Thanks a lot, and we will see you next time.